Yeah, well, it looked like they were going to stop it. I mean, he was just covering up, and Shane Carwin was bombing on him. And props to referee Josh Rosenthal,
Yeah.
because if it wasn't for Josh Rosenthal, someone easily could have pulled the trigger earlier.
Right.
There's a few guys that I wouldn't have trusted in that situation, but Josh saw that he was okay. He was going to get through it, and he saw that Shane's punches were coming slower and slower. And Shane, unfortunately, just blew his wad. He had an adrenaline dump, I'm sure. The excitement of the fact that he had the champ hurt and on his back and that he was on top. And he's like, this is over. This fucking thing's over. And he's pounding him and pounding him and pounding him. And then all of a sudden he's like, fuck, there's 2 minutes left to go in this round. And then he's got to keep going. And by the end of those 2 minutes, there was nothing left. He got back to his corner and literally could barely get up. His legs were barely walking. And he was fucked. He said his legs seized up, and he said he just went out there and he tried to do whatever he could, but his body just was not responding. He just completely adrenaline dumped and completely blew out all of his energy. But goddamn, does he hit him hard before that? Holy shit, that fucking Shane Carwin can punch. He hits so hard. He's so big. But I think he's too big. I think maybe because he had to lose 17 pounds to make 265. So he's, walking in at somewhere around 280-ish, on the day of the fight. So I think that might be too big for his frame. I think he might be better off if he was 250, just a little lighter, but with more endurance. His punches are still going to be ridiculously powerful. Nobody could stand up to the way that guy hits. His punches will still be ridiculously powerful, but he'll have a little bit more cardio. Brock is just physically a bigger guy, man. Brock really has a 270-pound man's body. I mean, he's so wide. He's just a big, giant freak. Carwin's not as wide. He's still big as fuck. Got big, giant hands and shit. But, I think Brock maybe can carry a little bit more weight naturally than Shane can. And these guys, when they train really hard with weights and powerlifting and shit like that, yeah, it makes you stronger. It gives you a lot more muscle, and that muscle's got to get fed. It's got to get fed by blood. But goddamn, it was exciting as fuck before it was over.